Hey, what's going on, everybody? I see you already. Thank you for being here. Great morning, Florida. Great morning, Dallas. So wonderful seeing you all. Welcome to the Mitch Race podcast, everybody. Great morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mitch Race podcast. So good to see you in various places. Good to have you guys here. Good to have you from Florida. Great to have you from Dallas. Great to be here in New York. And welcome, IG, FB, YT, and MRPOGs. I see you. And I want to thank you for being here this Saturday morning. I want to thank you for all the other Saturday mornings that you have been here. I see you. And I'm also looking for you over at Facebook. So I may take a minute just to kind of like to see if I can see anybody out there, because sometimes, as I say, you hear me say sometimes it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky, but then people say they can see you. Okay, I can see that already. Someone I see, Oklahoma, or just checked in for a second, but I don't want to take up too much of your time because it's very valuable. I am Mitch Race, and this is the Mitch Race podcast. And I'm an image strategist and image architect. And what I do is I help middle-aged, seasoned, younger professional men and men who are just getting started, younger men certainly, who are distracted, unclear, don't know their value, gain clarity and vision so they can become the best version of themselves while earning the desired high-level income to match their image. And what I do as an image strategist is I try to help people figure out what's going on with their self-image, what's happening with their level of confidence, what's going on in their self-esteem, understanding their value, because those things hinder us from our next level greatness, because they did that for me for some time. And I'm still learning and growing in this area, in this zone of genius, but I'm having the best time and I'm having a lot of success here. And I just want to continue to grow and just continue to help and serve. So, that being said, that's who I am. That's what I'm doing. And I want to talk to you all today about something called blind spots. This is actually going to be titled Seven Big Blind Spots of Confident People. So just check in, say hello, talk amongst yourselves, and feel free to post if you can relate, if you're getting value, feel free, because we're getting ready to dive right on in. I look back at a time in my life when I was really literally on fire. I was in a very different place back in the 80s and 90s, pretty much kind of like the 90s and 2000s, where um, my life was pretty much on fire, to be honest with you, and not in a bad way. I wasn't actually didn't catch fire, but I was really on fire and pretty intense on success because there was a lot of energy, a lot of new projects. I was in the entertainment industry, new idea, new people, new dreams, everything happening literally at the same time for me. And I had a lot of great success and a lot of great things and working with a lot of top people. And to say that, I was thriving on a different level and in a totally different niche, also in the entertainment industry. And I was involved in music. I was involved in records. I was just involved in so many different things, some photography, some film, just a lot of different things. And I was just constantly moving forward day and night. I had a huge life. And if you were to meet me at the time, you might think that either I was confident or arrogant. My confidence journey was riddled with blind spots, things that I could not see that probably blocked a lot more success and abundance than I could have, should have, would have had. Do you understand where I'm going with that? And I don't say that regretfully. I want you to know that because I had a ball doing what I was doing and living my life at the time. But there's something also to be said for that you don't really know what you don't know. And I was just too busy chasing a lot of things that were filling my life at the time for the destination that I envisioned where I was going as to where I wanted to be. My thoughts and goals about confidence these days travel a more meaningful and mindful manner. It's not to say that at the time that that I was lacking in confidence because I really wasn't, but I think that the understanding and growing and the maturation process that needed to take place could only take place through going what I went through, and that would bring me here. If you can understand what it is that I'm saying, yeah. So confident people can sometimes fall into um, blind spots due to overconfidence or lack of self awareness. As I said, these blind spots can hinder their effectiveness and relationships. Some common blind spots include being insensitive to how their behavior impacts others, having an I know attitude, and we're going to talk about that, avoiding difficult conversations, blaming others, treating comments casually, not taking a stand, and tolerating good enough, just being good enough. So here are the seven big, or at least seven big blind spots of confident people, because there are a lot more. And you can choose from any seven, but these are seven big blind spots. And a lot of them relate to a portion of my confidence journey and my self awareness journey. And I'd like to share them with you and share this time with you. And I want to thank you for being here. So, number one, insensitivity to behavior. Big blind spot number one. And if you can relate, like I said, just drop it on in the comments. But insensitivity to behavior. Confident individuals might not realize how their actions and words affect others. This can lead to unintentional offense or hurt feelings. And I'm sure that many of us, if not all of us, have been there. This is a huge blind spot. It really is. Sometimes when we feel, as Frank Sinatra once sang, you've got the world on a string. Have you ever heard that song? Have you ever felt like you've got the world on a string? Well, we can be insensitive and unconscious to our own behavior when we're on that trip. And we may say things that are dressed in confidence, but the truth is, they're simply the wrong things to say. Speaking personally, this is a huge lesson to learn. It's a huge thing to learn. And so we've got to get better at being better people, at being a better person. Number two, the I know attitude. Big blind spot number two. A strong sense of certainty can lead to dismissing others' opinions or feedback, hindering collaboration and learning. According to a leadership expert on Medium, that's a really amazing platform, by the way, valuing being right above all else can be a blind spot. Do you know people that are always right, and it just irks you? I do. Well, I have a question. Is that you? Because it's been me at times. But every day is training day for me. Okay. Every day is training day for me. And I plug myself into personal development, a mentor I trust, people who have my best interests, who I value, and they are valuable, in a like minded community. So I get to choose to love to learn and grow past the I know. Learn and grow past the I know. Amen. Conflict avoidance. Number three, blind spot. While confident people may not shy away from confrontation in general, they might avoid difficult conversations or conflict, especially if it involves personal issues or criticism. I will say this much about conflict avoidance. While it can be difficult, and this comes from my own experience as well, It doesn't command your best interests to avoid conflict. It really does not. Conflict avoidance shrinks you and your confidence, like the incredible shrinking man I talked about way back in one of my earlier podcasts. It was one of my first podcasts. And if you'd like a link to that, I'd be happy to send that out to you. It is very, very much worth catching on YouTube. It stuns your personal growth and journey with fear. Confidence avoidance stuns your personal growth and journey with fear. Number 4, blaming others. Instead of taking responsibility for their mistakes, confident individuals might blame external factors or other people, which can damage relationships and hinder personal growth. It's indeed a blind spot, and one can really get caught up in the blame game, if you know what I'm saying. So much where it becomes one of those distractions that hinder you from Project You, from being your best your best high level self that you can be. Number 5, casual comments. And I see you all out there, by the way. We're going to chop this up a little more. I'm going to invite you all into this conversation. You already are, and you're doing a great job on your own. And I want to tell you that. But I want everybody to be on the same page. I want everybody to know that, yeah, that you've got some good stuff going on in your lives and in your minds and in your hearts. And, you want to grow from this and that you're getting something of value out of this. Number 5, blind spot. Confident people have casual commitments. Sorry about that, folks. Hold on for a second. Let me just kind of silence this. Thank you. Okay. Casual commitments, number 5. Overconfidence can lead to taking commitments too lightly or not respecting others' time, energy, or resources. This can erode trust and damage relationships. Number 6, lack of stand. While confident people are often assertive, they may struggle to take a strong stand on certain issues, especially if they involve unpopular opinions or potential conflict. It's not the easiest thing to do, to stand up against something or someone we feel is wrong. It just is not. It takes a certain amount of courage too, not just confidence. And you may not stand up for every single issue, but don't sit down for every single issue or conflict because you lack confidence or courage. Don't sit down for it. Confidence is a muscle and you have to exercise it. And you can build it too with a good coach and some commitment. Number 7, tolerating mediocrity. In this big blind spot, confident individuals might set low standards for themselves or others, especially if they are comfortable with their current level of achievement. This can lead to stagnation and missed opportunities. In my thinking, we all need to continually strive to be better. Yes, some more than others, but certainly all of us can be better somewhere in our life where mediocre is taking up far too much valuable real estate and lounging around being itself for a living. So, if you're the person that truly lives for mediocrity, let's not settle. Let's grow. Let's find out what's got you stuck, what's hindering you from next level greatness, and get you moving in the right direction. Let's talk about how to address these blind spots in general. To overcome these blind spots, confident individuals can seek feedback, actively solicit feedback from trusted sources to gain a more realistic perspective on their behavior. Practice self awareness. Regularly reflect on their actions and how they impact others. Develop empathy. Try to understand and consider others' perspectives and feelings. Other people matter, folks. It's just not us living on this planet by ourselves. And sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and we don't respect other people. It's a human thing. It's a learning process. It's a growing process. We all need a slap on the hand sometimes, and sometimes we need it in other places, to be honest. So let's just kind of learn and grow through this process and respect each other through the process that we're all trying to get somewhere. And that's not an easy thing sometimes to understand either, but we are all trying to get somewhere. So let's develop a little empathy. Try to understand and consider others' perspectives and feelings. Please embrace humility. Be willing. Be willing to admit mistakes and learn from them. This has been really a huge point for me. These are things that I still grow through, and I can tell you this: once you start growing through it and you start committing to the process of growing through some of these things, the hard things, you feel so much better. You feel so much more in control of your own confidence in your own life. And you know you're doing the right thing by doing that, by committing. Embracing humility is a lesson in itself. And I'm not going to be the one to say that I can teach you that lesson. But I think it's something that it is worth learning. It is something that is worth understanding. It's something that's worth achieving. And it's something that we can learn. We can learn. We can learn how to be more humble and embrace the humility. And when we don't, let's give ourselves some grace because we're given grace and try to figure out what that means to be humble, truly humble, and embrace it. It, from what I can feel and what I understand about humility, it takes, it does take sacrifice. And I'm not telling you that I'm there, but I am telling you that I'm on a walk, that I'm on a journey to become the best version of myself. And one of those things that I'm seeking is humility. And I have to seek that on a daily basis as I grow. And that's something that we all have to do. Addressing these blind spots, well, seek professional guidance. Work with a coach or therapist to identify and address blind spots. Because let's face it, people can help. I'm a coach. I'm not a therapist. I'm an image strategist, not a doctor, not a psychologist. But I am qualified in what I do and who I am. I've lived my life and I'm still living my life and I'm still growing in my purpose. And I'm helping a lot of people and I know it. Some people I know, some people I don't know. But I'm looking forward to helping those that I am called to help. And I'm doing it. And I'm so grateful to be in my calling, in my zone of genius and learning and growing because this excites me. I am so excited and just so really turned on, honestly, about everything in self image, self concept, self development, productivity, um, knowing your value, and helping people to achieve that and understanding their self image better. That I really, honestly, I don't want to do anything else but this because it's my calling. I'm called to do this. I'm uniquely called to do this and totally qualified. So again, keep watching this space. You will see master classes. I promise you that. But I've already got the platform, which is my podcast. So if you're not there, be there. Continue to come. Continue to share. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So many of you have subscribed, and so many of you out there have not. If you have something you want me to know and subscribe to, let me know. Hit me up. I'll subscribe. Just bring the value because I'm going to bring the value. So, what I'm saying is that if I can help you in any way, just hit me up with just DM me and put in just image 2025. Enter image 2025, and I'll get you a calendar link. I'll send that out to you, and we'll get you scheduled. We'll get you on the calendar so I can help you figure out what's hindering you from next level growth and greatness and get you there. And you're going to be so much better for it. You're going to be so much more happier. Okay. You're going to enjoy working with me. But be a joy to work with. And we can get some things done together. So I say all that to say that I hope you got real value from today's topic, 7 big blind spots of confident people. And again, I'm going to go through them real quick. Okay. So ready. Number 1, insensitivity to behavior. Number 2, I know attitude. Number 3, conflict avoidance. Number 4, blaming others. Number 5, casual commitments. Number 6, lack of stand. Number 7, tolerating mediocrity. Listen back, take notes, find out which one, which 2, maybe it's all 7 that you need to work on. And let's get to work on them. That's what we can do. All right. So I say all that to say now that I am going to take a little bit of time and look over our various platforms and see what people are talking about out there. And I want to welcome you all because I see you. I see you, Strong Island. I see you, DC. Welcome. Welcome, DC, Strong Island. Welcome, Dallas. Welcome, Florida again. And yes, I see you. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anyone else because I hate missing people. Welcome, Trinidad. Lovely to have you in the house, by the way. And yeah, that's what I see over at Instagram. So thank you for being here. And I'm going to read a few comments from there, and I'm going to go over to Facebook right quick. Yes, DC, we all matter. When we can stop pointing fingers, stop smelling ourselves, woo, and genuinely seek to understand what's going on with people unlike us, we'll help others and be much better off. And as Florida says, you telling the truth from God, Mr. Smith. Whoops, Mr. Washington. Okay. Strong Island says respect and empathy is now needed in this world. Yes, it sure is. It sure is. It sure is. Thank you. Thank you for that notation. Strong Island. Florida agrees being sensitive to others' needs. They totally agree. Florida also says it's so sad when people can be so jealous of your confidence when God will enhance and give them confidence they need. I agree with that. It is sad, um, but we all have to grow in that, and even in the understanding when people are jealous, and that's an area too because that's been an area for me. I mean, sometimes I don't always feel good about how other people feel, but I'm also under the understanding and the realization that I'm not responsible for how others feel. I'm responsible for my response or lack of it. Uh, I'm responsible for that. I'm responsible as to how I interpret that and whether or not I give it too much meaning. So yeah, but I do agree with you that it is sad when people are jealous of your confidence, and God will give. Yes, God gives us all that. Florida also says blame game is everyone's fault but yours. I know what you mean. Yes, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Now you're telling the truth, says Florida. My goodness, they know everything as if they're a walking encyclopedia. That is so true too. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard sometimes to deal with people, um, as you can imagine, even when it's us. To We know it, we know the answer, we know it all, we know the right answer, and we feel like other people sometimes don't know that, and people do feel some kind of way about that. So I get that, and I'm glad I see you out here. I see a lot of values. I see you, Trinidad, with value. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're getting value. And I'm just going to go back down. Great topic today, a masterclass in itself. Thank you, Dallas. Absolutely. I'm glad you appreciate the podcast, DC. I'm going to hop over, if I may, please, to Facebook to see if I can see anything. Is anybody out there? I don't know why I can't see these things these days. I have to go all over the place and sing and dance and smile and look and come back empty-handed sometimes. And people, then all of a sudden, I stop the podcast and everybody shows up. I can see them, So don't think if you're out there on Facebook that that I'm ignoring you. It's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I'm afraid of doing the right thing. And maybe I just have to refresh my browser, but I don't know what that will do. So I don't do that. And I'm sorry to have to explain so much of this. But yeah, I don't sometimes I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But we're going to get better. We're going to get better. But I want to thank you. I know that Oklahoma's there. So I want to thank you so much, Oklahoma, for also being in the house. And again, I thank you over there at YouTube. Thank you so much for growing that channel and supporting the Mitch Race podcast. You all are so very, very valuable. Listen, that's what I've got for Saturday today. I want to thank you all for being here. You are always superb in who you are and so giving and so loving and just, and you're showing up. And I want to let you know that I appreciate what you do out here in the planet as well when you show up for the planet and those in your life, your loved ones. So thank you for that. Keep on doing it. Keep on showing up. Keep on growing up. And that's it for now. Until we meet again, until another. Reframe your vision, reframe your value, and reframe your victory. And yes, thank you so much. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend out there, everybody. Have a safe weekend. And yeah, God loves you all. And I love you. Okay. Talk to you all soon. Have an awesome one. Thank you. Signing on off, signing on out. Later.